How's it going today, everybody? Welcome back to the Troy's Hobbies RC YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing some more work with our Arrma Gorgon. As you guys saw, if you've been following the series, the last time out with this vehicle, we took it out on 3S and we took it to one of our local skate parks, and it did really well. It performed great all up until I smacked a box with it. I smacked a grind box and I broke a front A-arm. So we're going to be replacing that. Just the factory stock plastic A-arm. But we're also going to be doing a few more things with it. We're going to go ahead and upgrade the drivetrain. So I've got a few different parts here. As you can see here, I've got a metal spur gear and slipper assembly from RCAWD Drive. We're going to be giving this a shot and see how it holds up. We have the full differential setup from GPM. So we'll be tearing our diffs apart, doing a full tune-up on our diffs. I think we're going to go with 30,000 weight in the differentials. So that's what we'll be doing there. These are all 4130 chromoly steel, so these are really hard metal, very good quality. Also from GPM, we've got their Arrma Gorgon cooling fan, which is a really nice aluminum bodied fan, nice and sturdy, and should hold up for a long time. Good for speed runs and long driving in grass and things like that. So, and then the final thing we'll be putting on, once again from RCAWD Drive, are the rear drive shafts. These are all steel drive shafts. We're going to see if these hold up, if the pins hold in. We'll be experimenting for longevity and durability with these as well. So let's go ahead and crack into this thing. We'll get you set up on the time lapse, and I'll get to work on this truck. Alright, everybody, we're about to go on to the back of the truck. I just want to show you guys everything went together just nice and smooth. Got full shock action. No bearings were broken or anything like that. Everything's still rolling smooth, so looks like it was a pretty smooth, straightforward repair. It's pretty simple, you guys. You just remove 2 screws from the front of the bumper on top here, 4 on the bottom, and then there's 2 hinge pin screws underneath. You pull that out, and then you can remove the A-arm. Just remember to remove your hinge pin retainer on the end here and your shock bolt. So once you remove all that, pull it straight out, put everything right back in the way it went before. It's a really straightforward repair. So now we're going to move on to the meat and potatoes of this repair, where I'm going to kind of tear into the back of this truck quite a bit and see what we can do to upgrade the drivetrain. Alright, everybody, we have this truck basically completely torn down, and this is one of those deals where when you're new, like you have a new platform, a new car you're learning, you're probably going to do what I just did right here and take off way more parts than you needed to take off and end up with a bit of a mess to deal with. However, most of the parts on this truck go together in groups, so you can kind of keep it sorted together and it's not so severe. Although, I will say, it is now time to get into this diff. We have the composite gears pulled out. I accidentally dropped it on the floor, so it's a little bit hairy because of my cats. But these composite gears are going to come out, and we are going to rebuild them with the metal gears. So I'm going to go ahead and start rebuilding this thing. We're going to be putting some 30,000 weight diff fluid in it. And it's pretty much the reassembly process beginning. So once I get this thing rebuilt, torn down and rebuilt, I'll get back with you guys on that. and then we will rebuild the rest of the truck. Alright guys, we are quite a bit into the reassembly here. I've got quite the mess, unfortunately, at the moment. I'm going to have to go through a lot of this stuff and sort it all out. But I just wanted to take a second and talk about a few things. We have the rear diff reinstalled. We have the new rear drive shafts put on, the RCAWD drive shafts. They are nice and thick and really, really strong feeling. Everything went together relatively smooth. There were only a couple little hiccups here or there. When you're changing your diff, make sure you take the gasket off your old diff and put it on the new one, because it doesn't come with a gasket included with it. So make sure you save your old gasket and keep it in good shape so you can reuse it. Secondly, when you get to the point where you're redoing your slipper clutch assembly and everything else, RC all-wheel drive does give you an extra slipper clutch pad, but mine had barely been used at all, so I went ahead and reused the stock one. They also, where is that little piece I just had? There it is. They give you a metal anodized version of one of these. This little plastic bit, this little spacer here, it has a tendency to wear out over time and can create slop in your drivetrain. So they went ahead and included a metal one in there. So that was really nice to see. Other than that, it all went back together quick as could be, easy as could be. You just use your stock Arrma tool here for your slipper clutch right there and reattach it. So we're just going to go ahead, finish the reassembly, and hopefully in the next shot we'll be powering this thing back up. Alright everybody, after a few hours of fussing around with this truck and doing some stuff, learning some things about this thing, we finally got this thing back together. So let's go ahead and power this up. It's on 3S right now, guys. It's not on 4S. There we go. Grabbed the wrong controller. Alright. There we go. Steering. Looks like we have a little bit of binding on this wheel right here for some reason. So I'm going to have to look into this. As you can see right here, it's binding on one side and not the other. So we're going to look into that real quick. Alright, we are back, and I ended up finding out what the binding problem was. It was a pretty simple fix. We had a couple of wheel washers that I put in there that I didn't need, as well as these two rubber grommets that I thought I needed for the drive shaft install. These were actually binding things up. So I took that stuff out, and now I have free binding differential, free open differential right there, again with a 30,000 weight fluid. So let's go ahead and power this up. I also went ahead and adjusted the pinion mesh, so it should be a little bit better as well. Fired right up. Beautiful. And that fan is loud, man. That thing is pushing out some serious air. You can feel it blowing clear out of the side of this thing. So that's looks like some good improvements overall. So yeah, man, that's going to do it for today. Let's go ahead and wrap up the video here, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for today on the Troy's Hobbies RC YouTube channel. That was another modification video with our Arrma Gorgon. We added all kinds of steel driveline components, steel differential gear, steel drive shafts. We replaced an A-arm, and we re-glued the tire. This was basically a full teardown and rebuild. Because of the design of the chassis, it takes quite a bit of things to get it separated and put back together. But everything went back together pretty well. Only a couple of small frustrations along the way which anytime you have a new build where you're learning, you're going to have a couple of little headaches and little things you're going to have to learn along the way. This was no exception, but they were very, very minor, and we got them done. So you can expect in the next video, we will take this back out and run it on 4S next time. So once again, I just want to say thanks for watching. Like the video if you guys can. Subscribe if you guys are new. Follow us on all of our social media on Facebook and Instagram at Troy's Hobbies RC. And follow the website, troyshobbiesrc.com, for all of your Colorado RC Monster Truck Challenge information and other information and things that we're up to. So that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Peace.